Hi guys. So in this video we are going to discuss about the unit test and entire test. So first, before going the unit test in the entire unit test and also in the entire test, so just we have to understand what is unit test. So unit test, like suppose, so I'm going to write in the bottom. I'm going to write in the bottom. So in the unit test you have a scene. Like suppose you have a in the MNC in any company you are working now right now. Okay, in the any company you are working right now. Okay, and you like suppose you have a return function. Okay, and you have a return some function, and like suppose you have a return some function, and where you working, where you have been working, and your work has a finish, and some developer had came on your position, and like suppose they have a return function. Okay, so they mess up your function, and like suppose they mess up your function, and whatever you have done in your working, they got mess up. Okay, so here for ensure that no one will mess up my code, mess up my code or mess up my code, and also for ensure that the function function will work according to the whatever we want, according to the product, right? According to the company want, right? Whatever company want. So here we use a test. Here we use a unit test. In the unit test, in the unit test where we can unit means small things. We should test that. Just like here you can see, this is a small things of car. Like suppose if some car if car makes, if car makes, so first we check the all unit test, like their engine, their brake, all those things, and after the car got complete, we check that the car is working or not, right? Car is working or not. So the checking of the checking of brakes, the checking of internal things, or checking of small things in the car, that's called uh, that's called unit test. Okay, that's called unit testing. Okay, that's called unit testing. But if you are checking entire car after they got make, after it got made, so that's, if you're checking an entire car, that's called entire testing. As it is work in the coding, like suppose the company want to you write a code which will work exactly, write a function which will work exactly. So company will take a test in your code. Whenever your function will get complete, okay, will get complete, you need to check you need to test that it is working properly or not. Okay, properly working or not. Okay, so that's called unit testing. That's called unit testing. So in the Node.js, there will be a famous library for testing, which is name is Jest. So this is a famous library for unit testing. This is a famous library for unit testing. And if we talk about, like suppose you have completed unit test, you have completed your unit testing, uh, and just you have to implement in your website. Okay, in your in company website, and after the company will get the website got complete. So what you did, you test the all website, or you test the entire website. So there will become entire testing. So there we use what? There we use a famous library which is name Cypress for entire testing. For entire testing, we use a Cypress library. Cypress library is a famous. There will be a lots of library, but usually people or a company use data Cypress library for entire testing. So like for unit testing, we use generally Jest library, and for entire website, for testing for entire website, we use a Cypress library. So that's the difference between our unit testing and a entire testing. So you can understand from the refer of the car. Unit testing is the part of the car is okay, the part of the car, and website is entire car. Okay, So first we need to check the all part is working or not. Then we'll implement in the website, because if the small part of the function is not working, so this is a this will be a mess up entire website. Okay, or so that reason we use a testing, unit testing and entire testing. So for unit testing we use a Jest. For entire testing we use a Cypress library. There will be a lots of library for using for testing of the unit, but we generally use a Jest. Okay, Jest is a famous library to use that. Okay, so yeah, you have to just you have to take this in your mind. For unit testing we are going to use Jest. And the Cypress for entire testing for test Cypress. But in this video I'm not going to show you how to implement entire test, means to Cypress in the code, but but in this video I'm going to apply Jest unit test, how to implement the unit test in the, like suppose in the code. So unit test, so I'm going to implement that just a unit test, not entire test. I will make a separate video for it, entire test, because it's gonna take a time. So that reason I'm not making. So I just have to go in my VS code. So here we go. So I think you got the idea what is the unit test and entire test. This is a small part of car. This call whenever we test the small part of the car, like engine, brakes, and lots of stuff. That's called a unit test. But when we test the entire car, that's called a that's called an entire test. And for a unit test, we generally use we usually use the library of Jest, because this is a most popular library. If you go and search about it, if I go here, npm Jest library, you can see here. This is the most usually in the globally. Here you can see the weekly download is so busy. That is when we are going to use. And so now you can see last published 3 months ago. So it is the latest version. So yeah, that's we are going to implement that in our code, how to test our function. And like suppose so if someone had came at your position, and if he will mess up your code. So if you have written already a code for testing your in your project, whatever whoever had come in your at your position, at your place, he'll need to check that it's working or not. So that reason we are going to implement that the Jest. And that was the first reason, and that's the second reason. The some company wants to work a function according to that. So yeah, so now we are going to implement that. Just have to open my VS Code. So give me 1 second for it. So just I'm opening my VS Code, and just have to make a new folder for it. So I'm making a new folder for it. Folder. So I'm making a for a testing, Jest testing. So I just have to make index.js, and after that I open it for terminal for it here, and just have to make a in JSON file for it. So yeah, let's make it now. Just install Jest. It's taking a time. Yeah, so it's downloaded. So yes, it's downloaded now. Just so it's downloaded, and so you are thinking where I got this all thing, means I have to make these things and this thing. So you can refer also their their documentation, Just documentation. If I go, I already open it here. You can refer this this documentation. There will be telling you everything, how to start and how to do that. So you can refer that. And so here telling me in the script we have to write in the test just Jest. So I'm going to write it in the package.json. So in the package.json, just have to remove it here from it, and just write Jest. Yes. Also I have to make a separate file for testing. So here also have a mention it for a separate file. Can see here some of JS file, and for some of test JS file we can make it. So here you can see. So just I'm going to make it a separate file for it. Index file index.test.js. Okay, and after that just I have to write here nothing. I have to write a just function. So I'm going to. So here I'm using common JS, not a ES6 JS. I'm not using a ES6 JS, just common JS. So just I'm going to write a function and function name. Some we are just some AB and return A plus B. This is a simple, simple function. And module dot exports. I'm just writing, simple a common JS and just export here. So import here. Module dot not 48 and just sum and just to what or this for it, I have to refer for it. You can see here. Just have to write test and so just I'm going to write this test and just have to write anything, like suppose I'm writing adding to number and just here arrow function. We can use animals function also and just expect to write here expect and just have to sum and pass parameter like also 2 and 3 and 2b. So there will be a 2b and 2 equal. It's two different thing. Just if I go, sorry for that slow. If I go there, for for 2b fee, 2b fee we use for 2b. 2b is like that. 2b is like that. This and 2 equal is like that. In the JavaScript is that this. Okay. So 2b and 2 equal, their difference is 2b. 2b will no 2b is that this and 2 equal that. 2b is will take a reference of the take a reference of sorry 2b is take a the address of the the value or the, like suppose if you are putting here array, so they will see the address of the array and they will compare with it. The address is same or not. Mean the storage address. I'm talking about the storage array. And 2 equal is just taking a reference. You can say just value. They will check the value is equal or not a address. But 2b will check address. The the address the array and the object has a address, storing address. So yeah. So 2b use 3 3 compare and 2 equal just user to compare. Okay, so that's the difference between. So just I'm going to here write 2b because the array and the object has just that conditional to storing address. There will be a specific address for it for them, like array and object, not for value. So just I'm writing 2b and this will be 6. Okay, so just I save it and just have to I already have a written here test and Jest, and just have to run it from npm run and test. And here you can see there will be running. So this is saying it's not specified. Okay. npm run test. Now it's going to run. And see here it's running. It's running. You can see it's taking a time. Some to build up. Yeah, it's now running. You can see. So it's saying one phase, but yeah, 2, 3 will be 5, not 6. Yeah, sorry, it was a wrong. Sorry for that. And just I have to run it. If the function will return wrong, there will be depend on that. Okay, so here you can write your these values should be equal like this. The function will return to that. Okay, just have to run npm run test. Okay, so now it's going to write. Okay, yeah, you can see here one pass it, one case pass it, adding to number is pass it. Now do one function add, not add, so we have already done it. You can say multiply. Like suppose someone there in their multiply they have done plus in that case. Okay, so now if I export that multiply and just import here that if I do here test multiplying the number and uh sorry, just taking anonymous as arrow function, expect some, sorry, not sum, multiply and the function, the parameter 2 3 will be 6, and now just adding this to maybe here just npm run. Here you can see one test has failed. You can see multiply to number because it's returning what? It's returning 5 because I added, not multiplied. I didn't multiply here, that reason. So here you can see if someone developer had mess up in your code, so there will be saying the expected 6 and you are giving this value. So the user, the developer can be compare it, and they will get changes in the code, and it will get passed. Okay, so I did here adding, but I'm going to just multiply this. So now this case will be passed because I was doing at that point wrong. So now if I run test, and here you can see the 2 case has passed. So yeah, so here you can make a lots of function, and lots of function, and you can export that and just import that and just take this syntax test and to be, and like suppose I'm talking about equal, just if here just write 1 2 5. Okay, like suppose I'm just array, in the array I'm just taking array, and okay, and after that just okay, and just and if I do here, like suppose I pass it here some parameter like this 1 2 3 4, okay, and if I pass it here, this will return what? This will return, like suppose array array to be, and just using 2b, so that you can see what's going to make difference here. So I'm just doing 2b and 4. So I'm just running it, npm run test. So here you can see the multiple. There you can see it's saying it's we are expecting this, and we are giving us the same string. So why it's happening? Because we are using here 2b, and 2b means this operator, the double equal operator, not triple equal operator, and triple equal equal operator will check which will check address. Okay, yeah, you know that will check address of array and object. Okay, so that reason is saying this object, this array object and this array object, whatever it's sent will be a different. That reason is showing. But if I use just equal, and if I run it, so the equal, will check if it work as just a double equal operator, and if I run here npm run test, there you can see their test case will be passed. So yeah, you can see the 2 passed here. So yeah, so this is a difference between 2b and 2 equal. So I think you got the idea of how the testing working, and how you implement that in the code. So yeah, that's all from my side. And if you like that video, so you can subscribe me, and if you get any question in your mind, you can tell me in the comment section. So yeah, that's all from my side, and we'll meet in the next video using a Cypress to to testing entire things, the entire website. So yeah, that's all from my side, and we'll meet in the next video. Thank you for watching me. Thank you for watching my video. Yeah, thank you everyone.